interview, and I'm doing my interview for school. I am interviewing my Oma. Oma, how are you related to me?
Hi, Ellie. I'm your dad's mom, and that makes me your grandmother.
Oma, where were you born? Can you tell me the city, state, and country?
I was born here in Los Angeles at Cedars of Lebanon Hospital in Los Angeles, California, USA.
What year were you born in, Oma?
I was born in 1948.
What was or is your accomplishment job?
The thing I'm really proud of are my 3 children, Abby, Joey, and Allison, and their spouses, Julie, and Johnny, and Evan, and my 9 grandchildren. Those are my main accomplishments.
Do you have children? How many?
Well, I think I just answered that. I have 3 children and their husbands and wife, so I feel like I have 6 children, and I have 9 grandchildren.
Tell me one special memory you have growing up.
When I grew up, I had a lot of cousins my age that were also born around the same time as I was, and we all lived within a couple of houses of each other, across the street, around the corner, and I have wonderful memories of always having my cousins to play with, and always being able to be in everybody else's house, and it was a wonderful way to grow up.
When you were my age, what was your favorite subject in school? What was your least?
Well, I always liked math, so that was one of my favorite subjects, but I hated reading. Always had a hard time with reading, and now I love to read, so I don't know why I hated it when I was little, but now I love to read.
Can you tell me about a difficult time or
Situation
that you had to overcome?
Yes, when I went away to college, hold on, we have to take, I have to go mute.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell me about a difficult time or situation that you had to overcome?
Well, I remember when I went away to college, and it was really my first time. I'd been away to summer camp, but that was different. And we arrived in New York. I went to Stern College, and I arrived in New York with my cousins, and they had no dorm room for us. And after having taken the red-eye flight from New York and had no sleep and no dorm room to check into, I didn't know what to do or how to handle it. Finally, they gave us some old decrepit lounge that was full of cigarette burns, and I just sat down on my bed and I started to cry. But you know what? I got used to it. And I ended up having an amazing time, and college ended up being a learning experience and also a tremendous, just a good time and lots of fun and amazing friends. So it all worked out okay in the end. But in the beginning, I thought it was going to be awful.
Did you ever get in big trouble as a kid? Tell me what it was for.
Well, I can't really remember getting into big trouble when I was a kid. But I was an only child, and I had lots of cousins to play with, and we used to always play. And whenever we got into fights or anything, instead of getting into trouble, I could go home, and I was the only one at home. So it was great. So I never really got into any big trouble that I can remember.
Okay. How is life different for kids now than it was when you were growing up?
I think life is a little more complicated today than it was when I was growing up. When I was growing up, kids had a lot more freedom than they have today. It was just felt a little bit safer. People didn't have to lock their doors. We could run in and out of the house and play in the street without parents feeling that they had to watch all their kids all their time. So I think in that way it was simpler and easier when I was growing up.
What are some of your hobbies?
My hobbies, well, I love to take photos, especially of my grandchildren. That's a lot of fun. And I love to read and travel, go see nice, interesting places.
If you could eat any dessert in the world, what would it be?
That has to be one of the hardest questions of all, because there's so many delicious things that I'd want to eat. All kinds of chocolatey stuff, and lemony stuff, and ice cream, and all kinds of wonderful, delicious things. Can't figure out just one specific answer for that one.
Thank you, Oma, for letting me interview you.
It was a pleasure. Can we do it again sometime? It's always fun.
Maybe.